Hello and welcome to another episode with the Autistic Angler. Today, me and Mrs. B are going out on a road trip. We're hoping to go to Hillhead, but it's a bit windy out there. So we'll head out to Hillhead and see what it's like. We're going out to try the van out for a bit longer before we go up the country. Hopefully I can do some fishing. We'll have to see. The wind is forecast to be blowing down just a little bit over the next few days. I'm expecting when we get to Hillhead there'll be loads of those kite people there. Board sailors and kite servers or whatever they're called. So we're going to try it. If it's too windy, we'll probably head inland. If it's too windy, we'll probably head inland. We'll have to wait and see. So we've just got to Hillhead. And it's a little bit unfishable at the moment. I think it's a bit too rough even for the surf people. There's a couple of people parked. So I'll have a look in the morning, see what it's like in the morning. So Saturday morning, and what a difference. The high tide was about 6:30 this morning, and we're on the ebb at the moment. When I woke up, there was a chap up here fishing with his young son. They brought in a load of weed. So I'm thinking I'll wait till low tide. So there you go, it's now low tide. I'm just setting up. Problem is, there's a few dog walkers on the beach, so watch out for them. I don't mean because they're a vicious breed either. I mean with the line. So as I said earlier, I saw some blokes with a load of weed that they were bringing in. Let's hope I don't, but I expect I will. I'm going to put a big rag run bait out. That's a lovely big bait. Yeah. You're in the wind, so you might not that almost pulled the reel walking back, look. Well, I just had two dogs walk through the line and a dog walker, and they just went again. But there's no dogs out there this time. Keep an eye on that tip. You barking at me? No. It's raining again. Been showering all day. No, I just went again. Was that a dog or was that a person? What's the matter with these people? There's way too many people out there. So there you go, we've got both mods out. There you go, you can just see the tips now. I wondered if those dogs tripped the griffin on the longer one. The rain stopped for the moment. Alright, I'll get back to you if there's anything to tell you. So I'm getting some nibbles on the worm mod, which is the longer one. I can't say I'm surprised because I put a load of worms on it. It's probably crabs. So far I've had, I think, 4 dogs and 6 humans. So all the worms got eaten. So I'm going to put on a different bait. Let's see what comes out. And this one's at the top. That looks mackerel. Looks a bit like mackerel and squid to me. Yes, please.
That one ain't got an eye on it.
That'll be alright.
Here's a nice one.
Yeah.
Breakaway. Right. Be a bit weedy today, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you. They look like they've been out there a long time.
I have.
Hey! Wow! Was that the inevitable fish I've been waiting for all today?
I lost a rod. Last thing going towards cows, the bloody spoon out, took it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was unhooking another one.
I guess it was probably seaweed. I better check the crab board anyway. Probably find it's a load of wheat. As suspected, a load of blooming seaweed. So it was too weedy and too windy. So I stopped for my tea. And now it's peeing down as well. It looks as bad as last night now. So Sunday morning and it's blowing a hoolie again, which is why he's out. And there isn't a single person out fishing. Doesn't look too rough on the phone, but believe me, it is. The forecast isn't good either. It says it's going to be like this for the next few days. There you go, look at that gentleman there. That shows you how rough it is. I think I should have had a fish last night, but to be honest, I was too tired. I think I've missed my chance now. Loads of yachts out again because it's perfect for them. Oh well, we'll see. And I thought I was mad. And they haven't even got wetsuits on. And it's still blowing early. And there's even more board people. Wind. I don't know what's the name for them. Kite boards, sailing boards, kite surfers. There's a load down there. There's one or two. Yeah, there's one there. And there's loads up there. And add rain for good measure. Not. So it's Monday morning. I've been up since 5. It's currently about 7:30. We've had a school go through, which is quite windy and blustery with a load of rain. It's a little bit windier than it was earlier, but might be able to get a line out soon. At least the seagulls are flying up and down. Yesterday they were just hovering. As you can see, there's only the occasional white horse out there. So, cows is looking nice on the sun. So I'll have a look in about an hour because the tide's just touched the shingle there, so I need it to come up a bit so it's a bit deeper. So we'll see what happens. Let's keep our fingers crossed. At least there's no I don't know what you call it. People on the boards, windsurfers and kite surfers, they've all gone to work. seagull was pecking at earlier. The crow's just been pecking at. So I thought I'd come and have a look. There you go. It's trying to take off with it. What is it? Oh, there you go. Finally managed to get 2 rods out. Whew. It's lovely to sit in the van and look at them. So I've got a peeler on the left hand one, which is the 14-foot one, and on the right hand one it's a boom rig with 2 ragworms on each hook. And I think they're 1/0s. I'll see if I get any bites, and if I miss fish I'll change it to the size 4 chinos. If only this wind would die down a little bit. There's a lot of weed in the surf, but there's not much on the beach from high tide, so we'll have to wait and see. Now the other day when I was here, a chap caught a hound on squid, so I might alternate between squid and crab on the left hand rod. We'll see. The power station is slowly getting demolished. So I can obviously leave that squid out a lot longer, especially as the crab wasn't touched. Yeah, you've only got to look that way to see the rain, look. Yeah, that's where I was just showing you Fawley Power Station. As it's a southwesterly, and that's the direction that the wind's coming from, where those boats are. Sorry, ships. Any naval types are watching would kill me for calling them boats. Wow, it's a red funnel ferry and it looks like an oil tanker. They look quiet out there in the Solent. But if you head back down toward Portsmouth, actually that's I think it's right opposite Portsmouth down there. It's raining down there as well. So the only place it isn't raining at the moment is Cowes on the Isle of Wight. A weather forecast with Autistic Angler. The rods are out there somewhere. Ah, there they are. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I've just checked the worms on the long rod and they haven't been touched by anything. So that's not a good sign. So I've just cast it out to the left. I've swapped the rods over. So the left hand one's got worms and the right hand one has got the squid on. Dead as a doornail out there. So there's nothing to report other than the tides on the ebb. I'll have to bring the rods in soon and wait till later, I think. So I've managed to get out. It's a bit windy, but I think it's fishable. I'm going to try a peeler first. Be silly not to, really, as I'm at hill head. out on a pulley rig. Just like that. Rig with 2 back row on each hook. So I'll just have a look at the crab. Totally untouched. Time to retreat, I think. I've never seen seagulls do this. They're picking up shells and dropping them. They're taking them up and dropping them down. They're going ever so high and they're picking up shells and dropping them. I've only seen blackbirds do something similar. There you go. That one's going up, drop it and down. That one's going up, drop it and down. I noticed this morning there's a load of cockles being washed in. I guess that's what they're doing. Up, drop it, and dive down, see if it breaks. I've never seen this behaviour with seagulls before. There I go. Down it goes. Fascinating. They're all doing it as well. So I've gone back to worms on the boom rig like I had this morning. I must be getting old. It's got so cold out there because the wind's gone round to the north. So I've gone down to... So I've gone down to one board. So we've moved up the other side of the spit. I'm going to throw out the squid. That's the first one out. So I'm going to chuck out a peeler, and on the bottom underneath it I'll have a hardback as well. So I've got some live crabs that I picked up from the harbour earlier. I'll say on this one, I've got a peeler with a hardback at the bottom. Right, so they're both out. So the rain's holding off for the moment. So I've got a peeler crab with a hardback crab, a live hardback crab on the right hand one. On the left hand one, it's a whole squid. There's a few people that have turned up. So high tide is about 10 o'clock and it's 7:30 at the moment. Got too wet and too windy and cold out there for me tonight. So it's Tuesday morning and there's a really strong wind now coming from, looks like it's coming from the northwest, that way. So I came out earlier and look what I found. Little package that had been left for me, and inside that newspaper, you probably guessed it already, load of worms. So that was left from a fisherman that was fishing behind me last night. So this morning I was sat in the van and I've been thinking, I think I've been stupid while I've been here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a clear line in the water and it's about level with the end of that spit there. And the water inside that line, which is all the way down through this bay, is absolutely thick and muddy. That's probably why I've not had any fish. The line is right out there, it's far beyond, oh there's a turn, far beyond my casting distance. And I remember now, Justin from Lock, Stock and Tackle always said to me, you need to stand on the spit, but be careful you don't get cut off when the tide comes in. So I reckon I've been sort of wasting my time as we've had such a strong wind and it's all churned it all up. Problem I've got now though is I've got some fresh worms. But this was our last day anyway here. We've achieved what we set out to achieve, and that's do a 4-night and 5-day stint in the van. We've discovered all sorts of things about our procedures of staying in the van, but as far as Hillhead goes, this is me done.